What if your next government payment came with a surprise increase you didn't see coming? Right now, there is growing buzz around the upcoming CPP and OAS payments arriving around April 28th, and reports are suggesting that some recipients may notice higher amounts hitting their accounts. But what does this really mean for retirees and seniors relying on these monthly benefits to cover essentials like rent, groceries, and medical costs? In today's video, we break down what's being reported, why these changes might be happening, and how it could impact your next payment. Stay tuned because the details may affect your financial planning more than you think, and you won't want to miss this important update. We are also looking at how payment schedules, inflation adjustments, and policy updates could be influencing these changes, and what official confirmations mean for millions of Canadians who depend on CPP and OAS every single month for stability and peace of mind as new details continue to emerge in real time. So staying updated is more important than ever right now. If you find this information helpful, make sure to like the video right now so more people can stay informed about their benefits. The idea of your next CPP and OAS payment arriving with a higher amount has understandably caught a lot of attention, especially for seniors and retirees who depend on these monthly benefits as a financial lifeline. But before we get carried away with headlines and online chatter, it's important to break things down clearly, calmly, and realistically so you know exactly what's happening, what might be changing, and what it actually means for your money in the coming days and weeks. Right now, discussions around the April 28th payment cycle are mainly focused on routine adjustments that happen every year, along with ongoing cost of living considerations that affect government benefit programs like CPP and old age security. These programs are designed to provide stable support, but they are also influenced by economic conditions such as inflation, which can lead to periodic increases in payment amounts. That's why many people are now closely watching this upcoming deposit date, trying to understand whether anything new or unexpected is coming their way. To make sense of it, we need to first understand how these payments normally work. The Canada Pension Plan, or CPP, is based on your contributions during your working years, meaning the more you contributed, the higher your monthly retirement benefit tends to be. On the other hand, Old Age Security, or OAS, is a government-funded program that provides monthly payments to eligible seniors based on age and residency requirements, not employment history. Both of these programs are adjusted over time, but they don't usually change suddenly without official announcements and structured updates. Now, when people start hearing about higher payments coming April 28th, it often ties back to indexation. Indexation is the process where payments are adjusted based on the Consumer Price Index, which tracks inflation and changes in the cost of everyday goods and services. When inflation rises, benefit payments may also increase slightly to help seniors keep up with higher living costs. This adjustment is not a bonus or special one-time boost, but rather a built-in mechanism designed to maintain purchasing power over time. For many retirees, even small increases can make a noticeable difference. Grocery bills, utility costs, rent, and medical expenses have all been rising steadily in recent years, which puts pressure on fixed incomes. So when even a modest adjustment is expected, it naturally becomes a major point of discussion. People want to know if they will finally see some relief, or if the increase will simply be too small to feel in real life. As April 28th approaches, the key question is not just whether payments are increasing, but how much they might change and who will actually benefit from those changes. In most cases, any adjustment to CPP or OAS is applied broadly, meaning eligible recipients receive the updated amount automatically. There is no need to apply or request anything separately, which is important because scams or misinformation often circulate during these periods, misleading people into thinking they must claim a new increase. It's also worth remembering that CPP and OAS updates are typically announced ahead of time through official government channels. So when you see claims of sudden or secret increases, it's always wise to verify the information through trusted sources rather than relying on viral posts or forwarded messages. The reality is that these systems are structured, predictable, and publicly documented, even if the details can sometimes be confusing. Another important factor influencing payment amounts is the quarterly review process. OAS, in particular, is reviewed every 3 months and may be adjusted depending on inflation trends. If the cost of living rises, payments can increase. If inflation stabilizes or decreases, payments usually remain unchanged. This is why some seniors notice small changes throughout the year, while others may not see any difference at all for several payment cycles. CPP, however, works slightly differently. Once you start receiving CPP, your base amount is calculated based on your contributions and the age you begin collecting. After that, it is adjusted annually for inflation, but not in large jumps. This means any increase you might see in April is likely part of a scheduled adjustment rather than a sudden policy shift. Still, the timing around April 28th has created curiosity because it aligns with a regular payment cycle where many seniors receive their monthly deposits. When combined with ongoing discussions about cost of living adjustments, it's easy to see why expectations are building. People are naturally hoping for relief, especially in a time when everyday expenses continue to stretch household budgets. But here is where clarity becomes important. While there may be adjustments that slightly increase payments, it is unlikely that any dramatic or unexpected boost is being rolled out without formal announcements. Governments typically provide advance notice for changes to CPP and OAS, and those updates are usually widely reported through official channels and major news outlets. So instead of thinking in terms of surprise increases, it is more accurate to think in terms of gradual inflation-linked adjustments that are already part of the system. These changes are designed to keep benefits stable in real value, not to provide sudden financial windfalls. Even so, for many seniors, every dollar counts. A small increase can help cover rising medication costs, a utility bill, or even just provide a bit more breathing room at the end of the month. That's why conversations around these payments always carry emotional weight because they are directly tied to daily survival and independence. There is also growing attention on how future policy decisions might affect these programs. With an aging population and increasing demand on public pension systems, governments regularly review how CPP and OAS are funded and distributed. While changes do happen over time, they are usually gradual and carefully planned to ensure long-term sustainability. As of now, the focus remains on maintaining stability while adjusting for inflation where necessary. That means most recipients should expect their payments to remain consistent, with possible minor increases reflecting economic conditions rather than sudden policy shifts. Another point worth understanding is how payment dates themselves work. CPP and OAS are typically issued on a monthly schedule, and when a date like April 28th is mentioned, it simply refers to the next regular deposit cycle. If any adjustments are applied, they would be reflected in that payment automatically. There is no separate bonus payment or additional deposit unless officially announced. Unfortunately, this is where confusion often spreads online. Headlines can sometimes be written in a way that sounds like something new or unexpected is happening, when in reality it is just a routine update or scheduled adjustment. That's why it's important to stay grounded in verified information and avoid assumptions based on incomplete details. At the same time, it is completely normal to feel hopeful when hearing about possible increases. Financial pressure is real, and any improvement in monthly income can feel significant. But managing expectations is just as important as staying informed, especially when it comes to government benefits that follow strict rules and schedules. Looking ahead, the best approach for anyone receiving CPP or OAS is to keep track of official updates, review your benefit statements regularly, and understand how inflation adjustments work. That way, when changes do occur, you are not surprised but prepared. And as we move closer to the April 28th payment date, the most reliable expectation is consistency with possible small adjustments rather than dramatic changes. If anything official does come out confirming larger increases, it will be clearly communicated through government announcements and widely reported. For now, staying informed and cautious is the smartest path forward. These benefits are designed to provide long-term support, and while they may not always increase in large amounts, they continue to play a crucial role in financial stability for millions of seniors. So as this payment date arrives, make sure to check your account, review your deposit, and stay updated through trusted sources. And if you find this breakdown helpful in understanding what's really going on with CPP and OAS payments, don't forget to like the video so more people can stay informed and avoid confusion around their benefits.